Hi, this is Caroline from The Happy Sensitive. I'm a coach for highly sensitive people and empaths. And in this video, which is part of a series, I'm going to talk about a particular channeling where I found some tidbits that I find troubling. And the purpose of doing these is that I want you to be able to recognize some of these problematic ideas because there are lots of good, supportive, helpful ideas in many channelings, but there's also some stuff in many of them that you really, really have to watch out for and not take on board. Okay, so this particular channeling, this is what I'm showing you here on the screen, is a part of a longer channeling that was really about this idea of energy streams, kind of like what you focus on, you create a certain stream of energy, and then that kind of guides you and creates possibilities in your life. And so they're saying that your stream may join with other vibrationally compatible streams and then separate once again. You say that your paths cross, and indeed this is so energetically, even before it's physically made manifest. Okay, interesting idea. But then it says, when you feel good, you will know you are in your stream, aligned with the happiest possible version of yourself. Okay. When you feel bad, you are resisting your stream and the happiest version of yourself. Now, this is the problematic part because bad feelings are part of life and they're part of your stream. Actually, if you want to make things happen in your life, you're going to come up against inner blocks, old energies, old emotions that are in the way, and you're not going to be able to progress and actually go to where you want to go if you then are like, oh no, I'm resisting my stream and I'm like, not in the flow. Like, you are in the flow. You're like a river and you're flowing. Every once in a while, you'll meet a rock. And, the rivers, they break down the rock over time. And you connecting with yourself means you're going to come up on these like rocks on the inside that are, yes, they're blocking your flow, they're blocking your happiness, but it's because either it's something from the past that needs to be resolved, a part of yourself that got hurt or traumatized that needs you to be present with that part of you and feel through those feelings most of the time. Depends a little bit on the situation. Sometimes you need to do something else, but much of the time you need to really dare be present with those feelings. And so if you just go to this understanding of, oh, well, I'm feeling happy, I'm in my stream. When I feel bad, I'm resisting my stream. It just makes things more complicated. You're not resisting your stream. Following your stream will lead you to those places inside of you where you feel hurt and stuck. And so you might be on this path where you're feeling good, you're feeling happy, you're excited, you're like, yes, we're moving along, this is going well. And then now I feel depressed, or now I feel sad, or now I feel angry. What is going on there? Sometimes it's about something that's happening now. These emotions are giving you information about what you need to do and deal with now. Sometimes it's just old pain and old trauma that's coming up. You want to move forward in this new life where you create new positive possibilities. You will need to heal the parts of yourself that got stuck when they didn't have those wonderful things, right? And so those parts of you that got stuck don't believe that those good things are possible. That's why that becomes a roadblock, on your path. Like, it's a part of you that's like, I don't believe this is possible. That's why those emotions come up. That's why that pain comes up, so that it can surface and you can heal it. So it doesn't mean that you're resisting your stream. Very often it just means you are in your stream, and this is just part of the journey. I have something, one of my services is called Clear the Way Sessions. And it's based on this idea that, you're happily moving along, you're doing what you believe in, you're doing what you care about, everything seems to be going fine, and then suddenly you feel blocked and stuck, and you're not sure why. It's because often there's inner stuff that's surfacing that needs to be resolved before you can continue your journey. And it's more than just a roadblock. Actually, within that pain, within that problem, there are the tools and the capabilities and the skills that you need for the rest of this journey. That's why it's coming up, right? It's a tool bag wrapped in a layer of pain And so you need to be able to, move through and heal the pain to access those tools. But there's something really valuable in that difficult experience that's surfacing, in that pain that's surfacing. There's something in there, in that part of you, that you need for the next part of your journey. That's why you get stuck. So you can pause. It's like a pit stop, right? You're going around the racetrack. You need a pit stop. And you can see that as a failure or like a breaking down. Or you can say, okay, well, for the next part of my lap, I need some adjustments, right? It's a much more positive way of looking at it. So what I don't like about this, about how this is phrased, is that this really encourages people to only focus on their feel-good feelings and ignore and push away everything else. And I've spoken about this before in other videos, also in this series, how problematic it is when you judge your own feelings like that, because as humans, we have a whole scale of emotions. Some of them feel great, a lot of them don't, but they're all meaningful. And this kind of idea that when you feel bad, you are resisting your stream, just encourages people to push away those bad feelings, not explore them, not deal with them, not get to know them, not unwrap them, but instead just try to ignore them and push them away and dissociate and disconnect from them to get back on their happy path, which is their true stream. It's just not realistic. All right, so this kind of very subtle, it's just one line, but it encourages people to dissociate from their bodies and from their feelings and get wrapped up in this kind of fake, perfect, always feel good, spiritual, high vibe goal, which really is not, it's not real. It's not how it works. And people who chase after that become very, very gnarly, strange people where they start to do, they start to say certain things that sound very good, but then at the same time, they kind of doing the opposite, and they don't seem to realize, and they don't realize because they're pushing all that negativity away because they're afraid of it, because they've learned from ideas like this that they're supposed to push it away. They're supposed to always be on this happy, feel-good path. Otherwise, they are doing something wrong, right? And there's already so much baggage and so much judgment around our natural human feelings that we're taught in our society. This feeling is bad, and this feeling is wrong, and that feeling is dangerous, and that feeling you're not supposed to have. There is already so much of that for many people, hearing an idea like this, that when you feel bad, you're just resisting your stream, that there is a way to just completely not have to deal with those bad feelings, that you can just lift yourself up to a better stream where everything feels great. That sounds both appealing and it fits with this conditioning that we have where we're told over and over that our feelings are bad. That's why this is so problematic, right? It's feeding into something that is already a problem in our society, and it's amplifying it, and then it's making it into some kind of spiritual high vibe truth, but it's not a truth, it's a problem. And so what I've been noticing is that there's so many channelings and messages, spiritual messages out there that like 95% is totally fine. And I would agree with that. But then there's this little thing in there that is really messed up. And if people follow that little thing, it takes them off a real path of real growth and puts them on the path of spiritual bypassing and dissociating. And once you're on that path, it's hard to get off because you start to build habits where you just push your feelings further and further away. And the more you do that, the more you truly don't know what you're feeling. You truly don't know that you're angry. You truly don't know that you're afraid because you have built in so many mechanisms to push those things away. So, when you can still feel your anger, you can still feel your fear, you can still feel your hatred, congratulations! You're a healthy human being. Keep it that way. Okay, I hope this was helpful. If you've got stuff coming up and you're like, I don't know, I feel like I'm feeling stuck in my, where I want to go and I don't know what the stuckness is. I work with people on the vague, not sure what it is, can't quite name it, things that you might experience, where we go beyond the healing cliches and really dive in and see what's really holding you back. Is it something that's truly in the way? Is it just something that you need to learn to accept and process? Is it energy from someone else? Is there some weird paranormal thing going on? All of those kinds of things are welcome. You're welcome to set up a clarity call and talk that through with me. I'll put the link below. All right. I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye.